making a treatment plan
And then I will also
and
send this out in an email.
forcing us to agree to something when
Jocelyn, can you just read through it real quick again for Sherry?
Yes. There is a psychosocial assessment.
Nope, no more of that.
A psychological assessment. A parenting assessment to follow those recommendations.
Okay, hold it there. Sherry, did you get that?
Okay.
Yes, I'm seeing it and typing it in, and I'm kind of ahead of her now. That's fine. Okay. All right. I'll just wait for you to, if she needs to slow down, I'll let you take care of that, okay?
Okay,
Go ahead,
so
Jocelyn.
treatment plan.
Okay. That they participate in supervised visitation once it's therapeutically recommended or at the department's discretion.
Nope, no
This
more discussion.
item is for Mr. Griego only.
No, you can't do that.
Stable housing.
You can't do
that is
that.
Appropriate for himself and the children.
Nope, no, he doesn't need no more housing. He needs to pay rent.
Attend non-emergency appointments discretion.
So what?
But
Okay.
they maintain contact with the worker.
Okay.
And provide current contact information. And notify the worker of any changes immediately.
So you're creating a treatment plan for him and leaving me out of it, but you have.
They provide information relating to medical and mental health history, and sign releases of information as appropriate.
No.
They provide the names and phone numbers.
No more fictive kin.
Relative or fictive kin.
Nope.
To assess for possible placement.
No, you're not placing my kids with nobody.
Okay, Mark, did you have a question?
Yes, I just want to know, because I know Brendan's no longer my worker. I just need to know who my new worker is.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's my worker?
Is Renee Sandoval.
What about me?
In the hearing today.
What about the mother?
Yeah, do you see her?
You excluding the mother again out of everything, like you've been for how many years?
Okay. And so, do you like me to move on to the children?
The show is held at all regarding family court, other court issues, as well as.
I think we're probably ready. Does anybody have questions about the parents' treatment?
She was last on.
Go ahead, Christy.
Travel, which was
as far as the supervised visits when therapeutically necessary.
What about the girls going to the doctors? You guys, I have proof that Esmeralda didn't see the doctor in the last 2 years.
I think I've heard Holly ask for that, and I know she hasn't seen him. I think even just at least the virtual visit or a supervised visit without the therapeutic, I think it's in order. They haven't. She's been calling out for him.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I know we're doing some supervised visits. I was reading those case notes earlier. It seems like they were going very, very well. So the new permanency worker should be able to set up those visits again.
What about my visits?
Is that that's with just Dad or with Mom as well?
So yes, and I can talk to you about that later. The court did submit an order outlining visits.
Where's the court order? Why haven't I got the court order?
Thank you. And then for the children, Holly and Esmeralda have the exact same treatment plan, except Holly has one additional item. So for both girls, they will participate in an EBSTAT, and they will complete annual dental, vision, and hearing appointments and follow the recommendations. That they participate and attend school. That they assess mental health concerns and follow recommendations. So that's that therapy piece. That they attend supervised visits at the discretion of the department. And that they maintain and develop sibling bonding. So visits between the siblings. And then for Holly's treatment plan, we have the additional item of participating in early intervention screening and follow recommendations. It's my understanding that this isn't necessarily typical early intervention, it would be very helpful, but just getting her that additional support if she's able to.
What about the neuropsychs that I asked for years ago?
Did you have a question?
I'm just curious, what is an EBSTAT?
You know what that is.
An EBSTAT is like a medical checkup for the girls.
Oh.
Okay.
That's my understanding anyway. If anybody knows any different, that's okay, yeah. So that's what that is. Just make sure they go to the doctor, get their yearly visits.
Can we go back to Mr. Griego's plan? Okay, so you said, let me go over here. participate, no, it's not the one. Provide info relating to medical mental health history and sign releases of information. Signing releases of information is appropriate.
Okay.
But I don't believe that Mr. Detro, and I don't believe I would recommend to Mr. Griego that he share every medical and mental health record he has, his entire history, just for fishing expedition. If you're asking about does he have current providers, yes, that can be provided. But I don't see the need for him to provide his entire past mental health history.
Why?
Because what is important is from now through the remainder of this case.
No.
Yes, and I can pull up the language of his actual plan if you'd like. So this is something that's on all of our treatment plans that goes over just signing those ROIs. So it's, who is his current medical or mental health provider, sign ROIs there. And let me pull it up so we have the exact language. I typed this out just to make it a little bit more accessible and easy for me to read on the screen. So this is his actual proposed plan. Let's see. Non-emergency.
So I think you should take the word history out and put in care. So providing info relating to medical, mental health, current care, and sign releases of information for that care. Does that make sense?
Nope.
Yes, and so let's see, let me pull up the exact language to make sure that I wrote it down correctly. Okay, right here.
Who's the caseworker?
Here we go. And so you're saying to take out the word history?
Yeah, because we're not going for history, we're going for what he is getting right now. Provide information on current medical, mental health care, and sign releases of information for that, correct?
Yes. That's my understanding, and so that's something I'll talk to my client about. I don't have access to that, our fax software, and so I'll discuss that with him and see how we can do it. And I can talk to Mr. Teacher about that as well. And let me make a note of that.
I'm making notes too of everything you guys are doing that's against the law. Ethics. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's the word she used. Ethics. So we want to ask the board about her ethics since Irene passed away. They were supposed to close the case when Irene passed away, and they didn't do that. They're supposed to have mercy on our family, and they didn't do that. Nobody got any grief counseling. And they don't care because it's not their mother-in-law or their grandmother that passed away.
I'm sorry, what was the last item on there? I didn't get it, I don't think.
Let me pull it up there.
Oh yeah, Susan Burgess-Rell ain't here.
Sorry, I have a million tabs. That he provide the names and phone numbers.
Relatives, yes.
Yes, so that was the last item.
Okay, what about Esmeralda? Why aren't you guys discussing her? Why are you just discussing Holly? Why is the attack always on me and Holly?
Okay, was that all of the treatment plan items then, Jocelyn?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Are there any questions about the treatment plan items at this point with the changes that are going to be made? So Jocelyn is going to make a change that allows for more current care is okay instead of asking for complete history for mental and medical, and then sign those requests of information for current care, Sherry stated. Any other changes, questions? Mary Ann, you have your hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that Monica Griego is emailed a copy of the treatment plan, and I would like to be emailed a copy of the treatment plan. And in the chat, I put Monica's phone number as well as her email. And I just want to thank Teresa for talking with Monica yesterday and persuading her to be here today. So, but
You'd still be here.
please make note of that and make sure that Monica gets that treatment plan and copy me on that. Hers there's plenty. We don't need marks, okay? Thank you. That was it.
Okay. So Jocelyn, you'll send that out to Monica, and Monica has an email, mo_hugs with an s22@yahoo.com. It's in the chat, as well as her phone number if you want to write that down. And just so I can check in with Monica, okay, is that the email that you're going to be using, Monica, that we can send to?
That's my email. You also need to discuss Esmeralda, because you can't just leave Esmeralda out of this.
Okay, so I'm not getting a response. Monica, if you would respond either in chat or just let us know that that's the email that you'd like it sent to. I know that I sent there yesterday and it was successful. So, all right.
They know my
Do we
email.
have more conversation that needs to be had about visitation? Because that was one of the topics. I know it came up in the treatment plan items, but is there more that needs to be talked about regarding that?
You know, I'm sorry I missed that. Is Miss Griego getting visitation? I just missed that discussion because I was typing.
So yes, that's one of our treatment plan items. On the current order on family time, she's not doing visitation right now until it's therapeutically recommended or at the department's discretion. But it is on our treatment plan item.
And who's the therapist that'll be doing the recommendations?
I am not sure of the girls' therapist, but we can look into that. I can let you know.
I don't think the girls have a therapist yet, Marianne. I think the department's working on that.
Okay, Mr. Griego is getting visitation though.
My understanding is that he was, but because of the changeover in the workers, he has not. But I heard Ms. Jarrett say that we will be restarting that very shortly.
And just to make sure there's no therapeutic recommendation against a visit with Mr. Griego, correct?
No, there's no therapeutic recommendations at all yet. And an order on family time does say that he gets visit. And so, yes.
And so, Ms. Sandoval, you'll be setting those up soon?
Yes, I'm gonna meet with Ms. Jacqueline, and we're gonna set those up as soon as possible. Yes.
Thank you.
And just for sake of movement of the case, Ms. Jarrett, just to kind of move along on that therapeutic recommendation, one way or the other, whether the therapist needs to be there, or Ms. Sandoval, or what kind of, and just so that we are doing our due diligence with regard to Ms. Griego's right to visits as well during the course of this, especially since you're not pursuing aggravated circumstances. We have a lot of stuff to do. Thank you.
Okay, so just a synopsis of what I heard here. We have Mr. Griego, Mark Griego is going to have visits set up shortly. Will those be supervised or unsupervised?
Needs to be fair for both of us.
Those are supervised at this time.
Oh, supervised. Nice. Okay, so supervisor's
Okay.
dad.
And Monica has the treatment plan item of visitations in the future when it is therapeutically okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, okay. Mr. Griego, would you like Ms. Sandoval to put her phone number and email address in chat for you?
If you can just call me, it'll be easier.
Okay, and you've got his phone number?
I don't.
Okay.
It's 50301-7935.
If he answers the
Now,
phone.
Mark, you cut out a little bit there. Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. It's 505-301-7935.
Thank you. Okay. And Renee, you'll go ahead and call him after mediation today or tomorrow?
Yes.
All right, so we'll look for that call, okay?
Okay.
When might you do that, Renee, just so he has an idea?
I will call right after we end.
Okay, so today. All you have something? Your hands up.
I'm gonna forget, I would like, support that I can do the 9:30 to 10:30 adjudication by phone because I'm with Roswell Symphony this weekend and rehearsal starts at 10:30. And, I will wait till that hearing to talk with Miss Griego, but I'm expecting that she'll wanna go through a trial. I don't expect her to plead. I just don't expect it.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
we
You're right.
can probably do a commence and continue. I already mentioned it to Judge Garcia, and she said just to write a motion. But can I get everybody's approval on that?
Nope, not mine.
Position?
I'm not sure whether Mr. Detro would want to take no position because it doesn't affect his client. So at the hearing on Friday, we can take Mr. Griego's plea and then whatever they need to get started on Ms. Griego's.
Well, heck, he used to play the violin. I'm sure he would say I'm okay.
Okay. Can somebody
I'm gonna go on that.
time and date of that the adjudication hearing? I did not get that in the referral this time.
It's Friday at 9:30.
In person.
In person at
Yeah, let me say that again for Miss Griego's benefit. It's in person.
I'm not going in person.
In person.
Nope.
I am just asking to be there by video because I'm in Roswell playing with the symphony.
I have
Must
oxygen.
be in person. You
I have
don't wanna take a
oxygen.
plea, that's fine. We'll just commence and continue and schedule a longer period of time for the trial down the road in which we will both be there in person.
I'm not going to be there in person.
Garcia this time, correct, everyone?
I'm not going to be there in
Judge Garcia
person.
has the case.
I have oxygen. I cannot take oxygen to the courtroom.
So, and I will email you the same information before Friday, Monica, that it's in person.
It's not in person. I'm not going to be in person. I have oxygen.
So, okay, I'll get that motion over there. Bianca's kind of expecting it. Thank you, everybody.
No.
Don't mean to be so selfish, but.
You are selfish.
Okay, so the adjudication hearing is on Friday, 5/2 at 9:30 a.m. with Judge, what was the first name?
Diana Garcia.
Diana Garcia. Okay, I got the Garcia part. All right, thank you all for that. And just to go over it, everybody agrees at this point that Mary Ann can appear by phone. Right,
Nope.
Mary Ann?
Nope.
Is that what you asked for?
Nope.
By phone?
No, because
Actually,
if I can,
video,
she can.
Whatever the court will send me. I think they might send me a video link. I don't know. They have trouble on and off with their electronics over there. So whatever the court will do, I'll do. Preferably video, but whatever.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay.
Make it
In
fair.
person Friday. Got that part. In person.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've gone over the visits, we've gone over the treatment plans.
Yeah, and you're not talking about Esmeralda.
Else I saw on the agenda.
Stop leaving Esmeralda out of this.
Christy, you had mentioned something about placement.
Mm-mm.
So I wanted to wind back to that and see if we covered what you wanted to talk about, or did you have something else that you wanted to discuss on that?
Yeah, not yet covered yet.
Not placing my kids nowhere.
When her placement will change to one that's more. I think everyone here knows one that's more.
With me, their
What's
mother.
the word I'm looking for?
Appropriate.
It is appropriate for you to give me the proper housing. When I asked for it years
Is
ago.
Holly still at Wendy? Okay.
Yes. Anybody have any ideas? Jocelyn?
Yeah,
Renee?
place them back with me. Give me the
I know
housing.
Renee, you just had the kids. So
Give me
you're
the
probably
services
going,
that you give
I'm
Mark.
not sure about that, but.
Shanar Smith has also been doing a lot of work on this case, and Shanar and I talked a little bit earlier today about sort of what's going on with the case. I know that she'll meet with Renee Sandoval, and so that's something that we can make sure Shanar discusses and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find different pieces. And I can meet with both of you guys as well.
Justin, can you send me a time and date for that so I can just put it on my calendar?
For the adjudication?
No, just to meet with you.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Thanks, thank you.
Jocelyn, you'll meet with Renee and Shinar when you get a chance to talk about what needs to happen there. Christy, any other questions about that? Anything else you need to know?
Ms. Chapman is from what agency?
I'm subcontracting with Pegasus Legal Services for Children.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
And then I believe a GAL will be joining the case as well for Holly. And so we'll have Ms. Chapman as the youth attorney and then the GAL as well.
Okay. Mark, did you have a question?
Yes, I just wanted to know how my daughter is. That's it.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
an update on the children?
Me too. I want to know about them. Are they
I
eating?
just talked to Esmeralda's foster father this morning because he wanted to let me know about visits. He said she's doing really well.
Foster
School is
father?
good. Little bit of bumps in the road, as you can imagine, because she's a teenager. Other than that, she's
Not a
doing really
teenager.
well.
She's 11 years old.
So, thank you for asking Mr. Griego about Esmeralda. I appreciate it.
What about Holly?
And as far as Holly, she's doing the best she can in her environment, but would want to see her.
You should have contacted Jennifer Sanchez for the
If
services.
anything, I don't know what the plea deal involves, but I think it's always a goal for the kids to be placed with family with appropriate services in place.
We don't know our family, that's why. Get to know the
That's where
family.
we want to see Holly.
And I'm sorry, I'm standing in for Mr. Detra, and I don't know the details. Is she at a shelter or office day, or what is inappropriate with her placement?
She is currently at the receiving center. Here is my
Yeah, I can see why you say that.
So she's in prison.
I believe that
Prison for
Mr.
kids.
Detro and Mr. Griego's hope is that as soon as we can get the services that he had in place before, plus case management, that he would then be a placement for the girls. We could start a trial return home fairly soon.
No.
Yeah, that was flat.
No. No more trial home
I
visits.
will be
You've had too many.
to the receiving center. Yes, every afternoon. And Mark, if I can maybe call you after I go see her, and I can give you an awesome story, because I've heard she's been doing really well, and I've seen her in there. So if that's okay with you, if you want to, after we end this meeting, give me maybe a half an hour, and I'll go visit her,
Who are you? Who are speaking?
and I can give you an update.
Who's speaking?
Okay, go ahead, Mark. Did you have something else?
My only other question is, I know if I did call both schools, I know Esmeralda or Holly graduated on the 21st, and Esmeralda is on the 23rd. My question is, am I able to attend both graduations?
I will talk to my clients about that. I assume so, yes, but I'll go ahead and talk to them. And then when Miss Sandoval calls you later, hopefully we'll have a better idea and she'll be able to talk to you about that.
Yeah, you can't exclude. You can't exclude me from that either. So if you do that, that's against the law too.
Other questions, comments?
One more
Christy?
One more question. I can't remember if I saw it on there, but just want to make sure that a part of the treatment plan, and of course supervised, but if he can attend non-emergency appointments.
Yes, we made sure to put that one up.
Yeah, I was going to say, Christy, I think I heard that on the treatment, on both parents' treatment plans.
And just to be clear, how long are these visits? Is it specified?
I can pull it up and I will show it to you, and I'll send it to you as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. At this point, we have covered all of the topics that we need to cover for the in-person adjudication hearing that is going to take place this Friday, May 2nd at 9:30 a.m. with Judge Diana Garcia. We talked about visitations, we talked about treatment plans, we talked about,
No, you didn't.
contact information, I believe Renee, Sandoval.
Yes, Sandoval.
I think Teresa froze, guys.
Oh.
Teresa? I think she froze.
Okay, sorry about that. I think it, my internet went down for a second there. Anyway, I believe that Renee Sandoval put her contact information in the chat. So we have that available, Mark. She's gonna call you later after she sees Holly and she'll get back to you today, okay? And I believe you have, Mark's information now, right? Renee, you got that. Okay, so we went over that. Is there anything else that we need to discuss while we're off here today?
If you listen to the mother, you would have more to add to this.
Okay. So I believe that's it for now. Thank you all for coming together. I will do one last check with Monica. Monica, is there anything that you have that you would like to discuss at this time before we close this session out?
Yes, my mother-in-law, when she was alive, she was trying to get Esmeralda evaluated for.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything from Monica.
You can't hear me at all?
Marianne, are you okay? Everything okay on your side?
You can't hear me at all.
Yeah, I think I said what I needed, that the treatment plan be emailed to Monica and myself, and that we move along on the therapeutic recommendation, so it doesn't take a lot of time to get the decision on that.
Okay, so
We're
the
saying do process, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, yeah.
Okay.
Ignore
Sherry?
nothing.
Yes, no further concerns that I'm aware of. Mr. Griego, do you have any further concerns?
No.
We're good. Okay, Jocelyn?
I have nothing further.
Christy?
Nothing further.
Allison?
Nothing further. Thank you, Teresa.
All right, and Renee?
Nothing further. Thank you all.
All right. Well, you all have a great rest of your afternoon. Thank you for coming together
You know what,
today.
Teresa, before we hang up, can I just say something? I
Yes.
just wanted to say, I didn't know about Kay Oldenburger. I miss her. I'm sorry. I didn't know she passed away.
Yeah.
I guess I was the last one to know, so I feel bad about that. So,
Yeah.
anyway, I'm just sharing
We're
that.
very sad about that as well.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I saw it at the conference and she mentioned it. So anyway, I'm just sharing my grief, I guess. So
Thanks for letting me know and sharing that. It's been several months now, and hopefully we were thinking the family is going to have a remembrance ceremony or something like that, some type of service. So stay tuned. I'll try to remember to let you know. Well, I hope they have a big venue because she was very loved.
very much.
Yes, absolutely.
Monica, you're on the screen. Did you want to say something?
Yes, I do. I said I
You're
want.
on mute.
Well,
Yeah, let me.
okay.
Can you see that pop up, Monica, to unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
So, like I was saying before, is that
Yeah, we're still not hearing you.
can you hear me at all whatsoever? Nobody can hear me.
Do you have yourself muted on your side,
No.
on your computers?
No, I'm not on the computer. I'm on my phone.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm on my phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is that Irene had Esmeralda set up through clarity counseling, and in the beginning I didn't agree with what he said about Esmeralda's needs, but now I do agree that he's right that a neutral party does need to be involved in this throughout the whole time, and it has to be someone that's really neutral. And I do think that Irene's right that Esmeralda does need an assessment for schizophrenia, because she was in the process of getting that done for her before she passed away. And I did ask, and Irene did ask you guys for both the girls to get neuropsych evaluations.
Okay, I'm not familiar with who Irene is.
Irene's the
because that's
grandmother.
not this case, but go ahead, Mark, or,
And my mother, and I wish Monica would stop talking about her.
Irene has passed away, Teresa. She passed away a few years ago.
okay.
Irene's input was very important, and it still is important.
Okay. Is there anything else, Monica, that you wanted to talk about before we leave today that has to do, hopefully, with this particular case at this time?
I think you guys need to get the resources from Jennifer Sanchez for Holly, and you guys need to work with her and apply them.
And I believe that CYFD has on their treatment plans some things that need to happen with Holly. So, Monica, you have the contact information for your caseworker, which is Renee Sandoval now?
I don't have it because you guys muted me and I couldn't see nothing.
Okay, I can give it to you.
Okay, what's the
Okay.
information?
She put it in chat, so let's give that to you so you have it.
I can't see it in chat here on my phone.
Okay, it's Renee. And Renee, correct me if I'm wrong in your spelling, but it's R-E-N-E-E?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sandoval, S like Sam, A-N-D-O-V-A-L.
Mm-hmm.
So Renee Sandoval, and her phone number is 505 500
Mm-hmm.
6937.
Okay.
And then her email address, Monica, is her name, so it's Renee dot
Okay.
Sandoval
Mm-hmm.
at CYFD dot NM dot gov.
Okay. She's the
Okay,
caseworker?
and Monica, let me just check in with you one more time.
Yes.
Do you want to use the email addresses mo_hugs22?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so that would be, Renee, you all have each other's contact information now.
And yes,
Stay in
she's your
touch.
case manager, Monica.
What?
She is your case manager, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, so thank you for coming together today, trying to work through some things in the best interest of Holly and Esmeralda. I appreciate you all showing up. Monica, thank you for showing up. And Mark, it shows that you are definitely involved with your children. We appreciate that. Everybody else have a great rest of your week. And I'll see some of you, I'm sure, soon. Another vacation.
Jocelyn, if you could hang back just a minute and not jump off real fast.
Sherry, do you want me to put you in a breakout room with Jocelyn then?
Well, Jocelyn and Mark, if you want to do that.
And then one more quick question. Monica, did you hear that it's in person 9:30 Friday, day after tomorrow?
I told you I need to be there by video because I have oxygen.
I'll include you in my motion,
Thank you.
okay?
Thank you.
Okay, and Marianne, you'll get in touch with her with the login information and everything that you get then?
Yeah, I'll include Monica in my motion that we both need to be present by video.
Okay, so Monica, look for that email, okay? 'Cause,
I will.
you know, Friday is just a couple of days away.
I'd probably do it at the last minute. By the time they grant it, I'm sure it'll be the end of the day tomorrow, but it'll be Diana Garcia's. I'll get you the link, Monica. I'll get it to you, okay?
All right. Sherry, Jocelyn, stay on. Monica, Mark, everybody else, you can feel free to sign off at this time. We are done with
No,
the
I want Mark also with Jocelyn and I. Okay.
All right, then,
Thanks, guys.
Bob,
Okay, everyone. So the video is over. Um, so for everyone that heard, looks like they're meeting behind closed doors with Mark, Sherry, Jocelyn, and Allison Pironi, and I'm sure Marianne D'Arcangelo. Everyone that was present is meeting behind closed doors with Mark to again give him another opportunity to sexually abuse Holly and Esmeralda. And what's worse is they have Holly at the receiving center, and they have Esmeralda with a foster father, so that this foster father can re-victimize Esmeralda. I'm guessing, because not once did they really say much about Esmeralda, but everything about Holly. Um, so they're leaving Esmeralda out of this completely, and they're using Holly's disability again. And then now they're changing Mark's. They're changing his history, medical history, mental health history, to mental health care, as if it makes a difference in medical records when it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with this man. He doesn't have mental health issues. He's very arrogant, he's very self centered, and it's obvious that this department is completely siding with him because it's all females, and he knows how to appeal to females. He knows he wouldn't be doing this with a male there, and there was not one male at this meeting. There was all females.